Heads or tails?
Heads.
Yeah, we're fine to go at this point. So I have no idea what's about to happen here because I don't know what anyone's actually playing at this bit. But
I'll go first then.
Yep, it's a heads.
alrighty, Mr. Hoops.
Great. Yeah, that's not a good opener. That's not a good. Just N.
Oh, that's a pretty good hand you got.
Yeah, I was on. It was on like, well, if I want to attach this hooper, I can, but I don't.
What do you mean? It could do 80 damage and kill the Trubbish next turn. It's great. I mean, for all we know, you might end up just one to attach to it anyway. I suppose we should probably track this stuff, shouldn't we? If a certain potential one is there, so I will mark this on the side.
So we're gonna kind of have to do what I gotta do.
Yeah, just it will be free because the choice band into Ultra Ball.
I might need that later.
Okay, Latios.
Seems pretty good.
Drop it. The DC. I'll go instruct for 1. And pass it back to you there.
Okay, Ultra Ball discarding Professor Sycamore and Choice Band.
Seems like a reasonable thing, considering you know, we're seeing this over here. The first thought would be like some sort of stall thing. We see the Latios and we go, oh, not sure, but probably still single pricing, because you know. That is one of the amusing things about playing like single prize decks in this sort of format, isn't it? If you can kind of blank any slots that are used for like choice bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Downside
is Trubbish. Cynthia.
The downside is the games take freaking ages to do sometimes, but you know.
I do think the move to 2 prize focus was in part to speed the game up, like time wise.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a bit of it, yeah.
Grandpa.
Ooh.
Shop it.
So that's
Go
what
ahead.
we're going for here. Alright. That's everything.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, I heard it, so...
No attach. Float on the Hooper. Choice band on the Latios. Sycamore discarding Enhanced Hammer. 4. You know, again, that would have been a very funny hand in many other matchups, but not this one. Grind down. Yveltal down. Start from Yveltal. Tree out. Latios, put the 30 on. On the Trubbish.
Yep, and then Shrine ticks in. This is one of the new things. I was waiting for this for a rather long time, but I just had to play the deck I did a couple of sets ago because it was too long away. Shrine is so good for this sort of stuff. Maybe not so good in this sort of matchup though, we'll see.
Raises questions.
Last time we see this card because it's rotating after this.
Cynthia.
Yeah, so kind of, I guess, important to note for anyone watching along, the item count is what's being tracked on Pepper's side because of the Trash Launch, whereas the supporter count is what's being kept track of on Sai's side because of the Banette's GX.
Patch a DCE and pass.
Okay. Ticks right.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised.
Actually,
Yeah, I'm
hang
kind
on,
of surprised
yeah.
we didn't see
Yeah,
Righteous
no,
Edge here.
idiot. Yeah, no, idiot. Righteous Edge.
Yeah, because like Floatstone's on the active, so we needed to do that.
Yeah. I forgot.
That's alright. We haven't played with this guy in like, you know, a long time at this point, so...
I forgot he had a 1 energy attack.
He's pretty good, yeah.
Multi Yveltal break. And pass.
This is so greedy, but I cannot guarantee an energy, can I?
I don't know how many he's played, so I can't weigh the odds that way.
Patch a DCE, Professor Sycamore discarding Rescue Stretcher and Lele.
Four, and this will make it 5. There's the boy.
GX.
This is one of the few times where it like genuinely matters that supporters get discarded immediately. It's like this and stuff like Power Pad obviously, but considering this thing scales damage based on the supporters in your discard, if we were playing in like Gen 3-4 rules, then it wouldn't get the bonus damage immediately.
Don't know if I played that diamond yet. I don't know if I play anything down here at the minute. Yeah, well, Berserk for the KO.
Okay.
Lots of damage.
Float. And chip with.
Yep. Ping the stuff on the way through.
Well, we now have prizes, so my counter energy is alive.
Yep. So it's
Baleful is
30.
10 or
It's so frustrating, isn't it? It's like, God, it's so close.
just thinking, do I have a line? I do have options in this hand.
It's one of those sort of hindsight moments where it's like, man, if we were in, like for game 2, this would be the sort of thing of, wow, I wish I kept my choice bands now, because, there's no way you would know that in a blind sort of bit like this, though.
Yeah, like seeing Buzz Garb, it's
Yep.
like, is this Buzz Shrine? Buzz... So many different kinds of Buzz variants that could be, and
Yep.
half of them don't run EXs.
Absolutely.
EXs rather.
And then we saw the Dramper, and it's like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I think that's the play here, actually. Counter catcher in the Buzzwole.
Yeah, okay, I see the idea.
This does 120. Sycamore, discard 2 shrines. That was a hand.
Oh, we love to see that. There are 6 in here at the moment, for the record. There's another choice band from the Latios.
I must have forgot to count one. Oh yeah, that was it.
Yeah, because it was attached to Latios beforehand, so that's why I thought I'd double check.
Yveltal. So it is correct to enhance hand one of those DCEs. Yes, I'll finish the Mewtwo. Retreat out. Baleful Knight, 120 on the active and 30 to everything on the bench with damage, which is everything. Which is
Yep. I'll do the GXs because of the shrine here as well. So
GX and Shrine things, the GXs as well.
And then this guy hasn't had stuff from it yet, right? So that should be at 60.
Yeah, that guy was on 30 before from the Latios
Yep.
ping, that was on 60 before from the Latios attack, so...
So 90 on that. Yeah.
Parallel City.
Ugh.
I just saw you discarded a bunch of those. I knew holding onto that was a good idea.
You were right.
Yeah. Now I have to choose what to get rid of here, because... Not a trivial choice. That
Not
float-
really.
Hang on, no, don't do that.
It's got the float stone, yeah, if you want to...
Yeah, I don't mind guarding the float losing the cheater, but I don't want the extra item in there right now. That's fun.
It's the
Yeah,
tough bit,
oh,
isn't it?
let's go. Yeah.
Ultra Ball discarding Banette and Shuppet.
This is probably the awkward bit of Garbatoxin being dual-sided again, but... Yeah, last time we're going to see the Parallel City as well.
Field search. I don't like this, but I think it's the only shot I've got. DC.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, okay.
Retreat. Yeah. Sycamore.
Let's make it as hard as possible for you to do things with this.
Yeah.
Righteous Edge. Discard the counter.
Yep.
And 20 on here.
Yep, that's 20, yep, and no shrine.
No shrine. We got rid of that. Yeah, I like that play a lot more than the greedier line of like attaching that DCE to the Dramper and then just hoping you hit Floatstone off the Sycamore. I like this a lot more, to be honest. Especially because we did see the a second Enhanced Hammer already hit the discard. It's like, how many of them can we realistically have, you know?
Winning a hand in the slightest. This is not. It's also banging me in the butt because I'd gladly take a dance and a living wing for 90 here. Oh god.
Yep, that Sycamore makes it 6 supporters in the discard here as well. For reference.
Kuzma.
God, if you could hear my music at the moment, the tension is definitely rising on this one.
Yeah, pulling the Trubbish. DCE. No. And I will Psychic for the 14 weakness.
This is a pop-off turn, I think.
There's potential for it.
Ultra Ball discarding N and N.
I will admit, not in the direction I thought it was going, but that still works.
Still have one of those. I must have prized a lot of energy here. Okay. Either that or my console.
How's that? Yeah, how's that getting discarded?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. just starting up. How many is that?
There's 8.
Okay.
I've been keeping track, so I've got it marked in the thing here.
Oh. Oh, it's supporters, my bad.
Yep, it's supporters, not items.
I was thinking, hang on, that is items without noticing. I was like,
Yeah, I think we might have tried to be getting a bit too cute here, but
Guzma in your Oranguru.
okay.
yep, because that makes it 9 now.
Yep, and Shadow Chan.
So 30 plus 10 for each supporter in the discard up to
Actually, hang on.
100 up.
This would be awkward for you to get out, I think, and that's a small hand. Do I want to 2-man?
It's Possible. Do you have enough stuff you want back?
There's some stuff that could be useful here, I think. Is there enough stuff I want to get back here?
See, I thought we were
No,
good.
no, not really. No, I think we just Shadow Chan.
So exactly 120. See, I thought we were gonna just attach to the Dramper and just go berserk on the Yveltal there, but I had the complete wrong read on the situation.
Can't catch her in discard the 40 HP one. Cynthia. Counter on your Yveltal break, treat to Mewtwo, attack it for another 40. Counter is another.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is.
Field Blower, the Float Stone.
So it's an 8 then?
Yeah, we're in it's basically an Oko range. It's
Pretty much.
Sycamore. There's another 3 going.
Yeah, so it's at 12. I will probably stop updating it at this point because it's basically, it's capped out, so...
Float Stone. I think I've lost this.
I don't know about that. Buttons being buttons.
Kings of 70.
Crash Lunch.
Yeah, that is a dead.
Dead.
Another float. Attach a basic card to the Yveltal. Cynthia. Bench Yveltal. Baleful for a lot for 3 prizes and a bunch of extra bench damage.
4 prizes actually, because the active
yeah,
dies too.
Oh yeah.
120 HP Buzzwole. These guys were 10-20 away from being KO'd, and yeah.
4 prize turn.
It's a lot. I don't know what you do from here, mind you, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I was hoping to take out an EX in that big turn, not a Garb, but...
Well, I mean, you got rid of both ability Garbs, so there is that at least.
Mysterious treasure discarding rainbow energy.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Shitty move.
Yep, now abilities are available.
Where should I put that? I don't think it matters there because we're doing 130. The Hoopa has resistance, so it's probably the most annoying target.
Yeah, I've got more than resistance, but sure. Your guards have gone, mate.
Yes, but Garbodor's Trash Lunch still sort of matters math-wise.
I think you're probably fine math-wise, given the HP total on that thing, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's getting the damage counter
Yeah.
off of you is more important, I think.
Yeah, and we'll Shadow Chant to KO the Yveltal, because it's not resistant.
Nope.
Okay. Bump that for Shrine before anything else happens.
Nice, the 4th one.
Well, expect the deck to play 4.
It's just such a weird spot now, isn't it? Because it's like, well, counter energy doesn't work anymore because we're even on prizes, so it's like, oh no, what do I do?
Figure out my win cons on this board because I have options for sure. I think no matter what, this Coco's going down. It's not just hurt. He's my sons. And on the Yveltal. Gotta threaten that. Gotta. Easy on the Coco. You retreat out. Yeah, I'll do a flying flip. Ending myself here, and the Shrine puts 3 on me.
Yes, I know this is good.
110. But it wasn't done.
How much did this have before? Because
It was
did
on
we get?
110 before, so it's on 140 now.
Okay.
Garbodor. Cynthia. Parallel City.
Maybe I should have gone for the big fish.
Trash Lunch.
better game, I think. I was supposed to bank it all on finding a darkness energy. I guess I'll Ultra Ball, toss TNL, Cynthia. Deck, which gets me out of this. Oh. Right, that's still in my deck. Hang on. Lel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had it in hand, but I wanted to keep this counter energy. And you just took a prize. Magical swap.
Yeah.
Everything on that big stupid Dramper. Yeah, I forgot I had that. I forgot.
Yeah, definitely the KO in Arangu instead of just like attaching that psychic and berserking the Yveltal was the mishit there, I think. So you get rid of that Yveltal before that Calamity. Oh, what is it called again? The Baleful Knight. There we go. The Calamity one's the Hydreigon thing, I think. Yeah, if you KO'd it before that, I think you pretty much just win from that. Like, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing, Pepper, but I don't know what you'd have done if this died that turn.
I did have because I had to discard the backup to Parallel. I was very much on that one.
Yeah.
In hindsight, maybe I should have discarded the Mewtwo instead, but my DCE in hand was awkward for that, for having a second Yveltal all out, so... Yeah, I'm still not sure which is best, because this looks like the better one, but I was wishing I had the 120 HP that game. the Oblivion Wing being Dark DCE.
Yeah, that is part of it.
It also would give me a sure KO on the Banette at one point at the end there without having to remember that I existed. Because of weakness plus choice band plus DCE. Strafe for a lot.
Yeah, 120 at that point. So yeah, it would have been enough.
Yeah, it was long gone.
Well, Shrine was off the board by that point, but it had enough damage on it already. So.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, it's funny starting the Buzz probably threw things off a little bit here because it's thinking, oh yeah, it's the Buzz Garb thing. We played that in the midweek stuff, and then Dramper, uh-oh, Banette, oh no, like this is way off on what I thought. Banette's obviously
when you see a Buzz Garb lead, you think, okay, several baby Buzz, there's a Banette, gotta keep hold of my Mewtwo's, gotta play around that, but no.
Yeah.
It's all this.
Please let me get down Shrine before they do, so they waste their numbers in the deck.
That's why I'm like, okay, I'm okay, just stick more in these last two shrines. He's probably on Shrine 2, but wait, no, he's not. Shit.
Back up. Yeah, so, yeah, this Banette's really good. It sees a lot of play for at least this sort of time period, and then just moving on a little bit after this, it sees quite a bit of play because it's very good with Zoroark as well. As we established, they like discard a lot of supporters and stuff there anyway, so you can get a bunch out of that. And kind of replaces the Mew EX that goes away for that sort of deck to be able to just hit the Buzzwole GXs and like Naganadels and stuff like that fairly well. And yeah, it's pretty solid. It's got Decidueye's GX attack, which was busted on the stage 2, so yeah, I think the only problem I have with this is how frail it is, but you know, you can't have everything, so...
It is a stage 1, so...
Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
it's a stage 1 with the HP of a basic is the problem I have, or at least the bulky basics. I know a lot of the good ones have got 180, but yeah, 190, even like Ultra Necroseman's got 190, right? So it's on that sort of
that
low
thing's
end.
broken though.
It's pretty strong. You could say the Duskmane Necrozma is also like up in that sort of bit. It's kind of also a little bit absurd. But yeah, maybe obviously not the finest matchup for Banette being weak to Dark, but that didn't really come up, so you know.
Like it nearly did, but
Yeah. There's potential for it to, but it just didn't
You
quite.
suffered
yeah.
more from having Psychic in your deck than I did for having Psychic in mine. I think.
I don't know. That end game, I was glad to have one particular psychic in there.
Yeah, but that could have been a fairy one and it'd have been fine. So...
We were actually talking about which one to run because of the off chance Psywave becomes valuable.
Yeah. It's interesting because I think it is just a do you need to hit Buzzwole more or would you rather try and hit Ray? Because if Ray's got free energy on it and you choice band the Fairy Lele, that counter energy is going to make it one-shot it, right? Because it does 180. So there are actual reasons to run one or the other depending on just what you want to hit more. But I think
the Psychic is the right choice here because I'm much more scared of Baby Buzz than Ray with my matchup spread.
Yeah,
like the only scope out of Ray is the Circuitry, which is why I went for the Hooper and 5th Basic Darkness after my last build.
Yep, that was what we sort of talked about in the end, going, we should probably make sure that we have enough basics so that we can hit the Circuitry out if we have to. Because otherwise it might end up being a problem based on how many of these we have. It's interesting because it's like, you know, I was looking at it and I mean, we maybe saw it a little bit in the game there as well. I was thinking, man, sometimes like the 4 counter energy still does seem like one too many, right? Because it isn't always going to be live, even though like it often is. Not all the time, and like one of the key turns after you took all those prizes, it wasn't live and forced you into that really bad situation for it, right? So
yeah,
that's why I was thinking maybe 3 is fine here. Like I wouldn't have cut most or all of them sort of down, obviously, because I know the reason for it, but like, yeah, that was my sort of take at the time.
Right, at that point though, we started to hang up the Lily in a pinch because I'm pretty sure that was my 4th counter at the end. If it wasn't, then I'm 1 on a 20 card deck and N could have come down at any point. I considered ending myself there. But I needed to hold that energy. But...
yeah, understandable. But yeah, pretty interesting deck stuff with it.
The thing to do was either the 3rd Coco because I just wasn't reliably enough finding my spread mons.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Because like my game plan is one of these guys open early. And also don't worry about my starts. Now I've got this Hooper in, I've got 4 kind of bad starts in here.
Out of 12 mons, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so padding the basic count for another good start made more sense than some of the alternatives, like the Resource Management Oranguru, which I'd also close to running in this, because this is the kind of deck I would want that. That kind of thing is a thing you'd do if you were going to go down to 3 counter energy. But I tested a few hands, my starts felt terrible, so I decided to just swap it for a Coco.
Yeah, fair enough.
Went back to the TNL to Guzma to catch a layout for switching. When I'm not running Lily, I do need to get the draw cards in where I can.
Yeah, that's there's a couple of times where this sort of thing ends up happening. It's I mean, we saw Giovanni's scheme was like a decent sort of bit because sometimes you get extra damage, but also it can be a draw card if it has to be. Later on, Serena is kind of the same thing, although it's unfortunately at the very end of the Gen 8 format, so it doesn't get that much time to shine as a pseudo boss rather than. But obviously, it can be a draw card as well. That's the sort of versatility part for it, and. Yeah, Tantalizer does the same sort of bit. It's like, it might just be a quote-unquote bad switch, or like a bad Cynthia, you know, being a Shauna style effect. But the fact of it could be either in the right situation. There's a lot of times where you have like 2 supporters that you can't really play both of, obviously, because it shuffles back in, or it's like Sycamore is the other one and it discards or whatever. You might not always need to have this as a draw card. So, I don't know. More options is always good for these sorts of effects, right? So long as the options are not too ridiculously weak individually, which I don't think they are here.
Can I just say this Baleful Knight is a GX attack? That's what it feels like.
If you get it in this sort of situation, yeah, it basically does kind of feel that way. Which is probably one of the reasons why this, at the, you know, sort of later-ish end of things, actually ended up being, you know, played in the first place, you know. I always said this card was, like, good, it's just how do you power it up, right? And, yeah, by the end of the format, it's like, well, we do have a way of powering it up at this stage. You just gotta be getting beaten up for it to work.
Hey,
you know?
red deck's like going behind anyway. Like we remember all the way back in Gen 3 and 4.
Yeah.
We played these kind of effects with spread.
Yep.
That very same game plan for that boost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Right, so I suppose I need to move over myself then, huh?
Yep, I think that's the second deck we're talking about. Unless you'd rather play Psycal.
I do not mind in the slightest. That's neither here nor there.
Spoilers, we were talking about what I was going to run today to free things up for you, Cal.
Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, I have like 2 or 3 options that I can do for stuff here. Oh wait, this is the wrong freaking. I'm sorry, I might have crashed through. This is the wrong thing. How did it manage to load from that? Oh my god, whatever. If I can delete that real quick. There we go. It loaded. I loaded up the Pokemon thing rather than the actual. I don't know how it managed to load that instead of the deck. That is a weird fail on my own end. My apologies on that. There we go.
We had someone show up at 59, you're showing up over 200.
I know, right? Charge. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go, because again, I have like 2 or 3 options basically that I can look at for it, but we will just see. What would we like?
Speaking of Judge, there's actually a new full art revealed head.
Yeah, I don't like Gen 9's Judge, I'll just say it. Yeah, I will go first here.
I'm kind of whatever on all the judges, to be honest.
Okay.
Well, that's an opener.
Alrighty then, let's see what we can do. Yeah, so this is the thing. It's like there were like 2 options basically I could go with outside of this, and yeah, I know you haven't played this deck, so kind of the same reason as what Sai did in the end. It's like I might as well just use this one first then, because it's still pretty good, and well, I don't know if it's gonna work out in the face of this, but we will see. There's still potential, but this is one of the sort of matchups you probably want to avoid, to be honest, given the nature of Rayquaza. But we will see. I do have Mysterious Treasure just thinking on the discard whilst I'm waffling on here. I think it's probably just going to be Cynthia. So we'll grab what we need here.
All I'm going to say is Sai is probably having a laugh at my hand right now.
It is a hand of all time, yes.
Okay. So now, one of the problems I have with this time around is trying to work out some of the prizes, because the more one-offs you put in the decks, the harder it is to, like, at a glance, work out what your prizing is. So, we'll see. I don't think this one's as bad as the other deck for one-offs. It's just, yeah, we're kind of getting there at this point. We are going to grab another Poipole, I think. It just makes the most sense. No point shuffling the deck because I'm going to shuffle draw in a sec anyway. I have a Stakataka, and I am going to Cynthia. So do that. Draw the 6. Ah, we did pull it. Okay. Beast Ball. See what we've got. I wanted to include this, even though it didn't like make the initial cut with the stuff. Was it shift? Yeah. Yeah, it's about what I thought. Right, so we have the Naganadel, so we will pick that out. This gets shuffled into the prizes. And we are going to put the Celesteela down as well. One for the future. And yeah, this thing ain't dying on turn 1. I'm going to attach and pass. Go ahead. It could die, obviously. It is Ray, but you know. If it does, I think we just move on anyway. Let's be honest.
Draw, so... Ultra Ball, discard Lightning, Band? Yeah, look at the rest of his hand, go to the band.
Okay.
Ray out, don't check real quick.
Yep. Yeah, I got a rough idea when it comes to mine, but there were a few like one-off sort of bits in there, so I thought I'll just... Hopefully if I get the Beast Ball, then that's an easy way of checking my own stuff. So I have most of an idea of what's there now.
Always annoying, especially with decks like this where you don't play it often enough to know exactly what's in.
Yeah, that's my feel here as well.
Use it. I'm going to Stormy Winds. Mill 3, please be a good Raikou. Ow.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. You do obviously have the energy you discarded, so we are going to get the acceleration anyhow, but that is a little awkward.
Okay. That was a thing, because I have a funny hand.
The puzzle complicates things a bit here, doesn't it? Being, now it's like, well... That makes it a bit rough to go for later.
Right, later, of course.
Yeah, I know, but... Well, I mean, the problem is, if you don't have a Shuffle Draw supported, then it's kind of moot, right? Because it's like, yeah, you get your double puzzle, but then you're not going to be able to maintain the other one, so this is it, basically, right? That's what I mean by it kind of gets weird.
Max Elixir?
Yep.
Hit.
Uh-huh.
Double puzzle.
Yep. Yeah, we probably do just move on here. Because the last one is also... That would be funny.
Doesn't care about what energy type put on it as long as it one of each.
Not anymore,
so...
yep.
Because our last cut, because we have a Marshadow.
Oh, okay.
Let loose.
Let loose indeed. So shuffle to 4.
Both players, so if I kill anything, that's useless. Let's just do this first. Stormy Winds.
Oh, you got one.
Hit. Yep.
Bit costly, but you got one.
Still have attachment turn. Yeah, because that became off Stormy Winds, and those two are Max Elixirs. Alright, it's only doing 150, so it's not leaving the Stakataka. This is my last cut, because I have Guzma.
Doing
Yeah.
140.
Yeah, you do.
I think though that's kind of not a threat after this, so I'm going to kill the Poipole because I'm going to take a prize and break Celesteela that way.
Yeah, you've bricked me. So GG. You've bricked me off of the thing, so there's nothing I can do. 2 Ultra Ball, Beast Energy, Floatstone, Beast Ring prized. So yeah. Nah, I had Tantalizer and
Right.
Guzma available myself,
I
but
was
you bricked me,
the
so
kind of Tapu Lele I had lost the prizing there.
yeah, this
Thought I had
is
short on
this is
one.
an unwinnable matchup, I think. But we'll try again anyway. I mean, if I had access to Beast Energy, I can one-shot a Ray, so like it's not entirely out, but I'm pretty sure this is unwinnable, really.
Yeah, I did try and warn you while I was playing to avoid this kind of thing, but
But
no,
I
maybe
mean,
we'll actually we missed this time.
yeah. Alright, well, I have the Beast Ball, so I guess I will try this again once I get the thing. Kind of. Have I just like... It's trying to do it with holding the thing with the mouse as well, it's a bit weird. So I think it's going to be the Poi Ball and just double checking the other prizes so I know exactly what we're dealing with. Oh, I see why, right, okay. Spoilers, two of them are the same card. That's what I was getting confused about. I like scroll down and it's the same thing again, and I'm like, oh, right, that's the problem. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, doesn't matter. Just thinking again, last game, it's like, yeah, you kind of got extremely fortunate off of that as well. So it's, yeah. That also doesn't help. We'll get the choice band down because I am just going to Cynthia here.
That hand was pretty much dead until I topped ult the boss. Like, okay, yeah, this is now really live.
Yeah, and then you got basically 3 of the exact right cards off of the Let Loose as well. So
yeah, wasn't the intention obviously, but it's like, well, you have your Let Loose, you play it.
yeah, gonna Ultra Ball, pitching the Field Blower and Kukui here, I think. Unfortunately, Kukui doesn't really alter the math well enough in this sort of one, so we're gonna just grab another Poi Pole, and that will do for now. Go ahead.
I could just draw it. Acrobike.
Mm-hmm.
2. What a complicated and difficult decision.
It would be very funny if it was just double puzzle. You know?
It's not that meme, unfortunately.
Just imagine, though. That would be so funny.
Next is the Ray. I'm not sure if I want to storm me on this.
I suppose
No, I don't need Stormy here.
I suppose the alternative, yeah, would be Dreamy Misting, as I guess, which would make sense.
Mysterious Treasure, discard a Lightning. For the Umbrica.
Seems alright.
Max Elixir.
Mm-hmm.
I whiff.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Second Max Elixir.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that one is a hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Attach active with grass. Band active. Tapu Lele. It's still my first turn for Lily, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we get Lily for 8. We go.
Yeah, I think I cut the Lily for N in the end because I play so many Sycamore anyway. I was just like, if I have to search that, I'm just gonna do that, you know?
No, it's going to do treasure, discard a lightning. Get a ray. Bench. Do I win? Yeah, I think I'm in a position to win. That's great.
Doesn't have to be that one, but it's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to end this on a dream mist anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Stormy wins again.
Well, I mean, it kind of does, because you want to manage which energy goes where, right? So that's, like, it kind of matters.
Hold on.
I think you're pretty reasonable on this one at the moment now, so...
Yeah, and from there I Dreamy Wrist for 50 plus the
Yep.
plus 3 excels. I get to just do this. Cause...
Yep. Alright. Well, I have 2 Naganadel, so I suppose I can do that. As much as I want to just kind of go after the Ray here, like one of them, I think I do need to Sycamore instead of Guzma here. So we will, because like I could have Guzma one up, but there's like honestly there's too much energy in play anyway. It's like this feels kind of pointless, but you know, well, I do have Ultra Space, so I guess I should put that down. Because we do kind of want to get as many of these out as we can. Well, there's nothing really changes the math at this point, but... So then, yeah, the question is, what do I actually want then? We could... Yeah, we could, but I think getting Poipole is probably better this turn. I don't know if it's even a good idea using that, but might as well, I suppose. Because I wouldn't want to draw it off of Let Loose. Yeah, we'll Field Blow the Choice Band off. I don't exactly want to draw that if we get Let Loose here, so putting the medal down on this guy, and that's going to have to do it for now.
Okay.
Which is not great, obviously, but there really isn't anything I can do at the moment otherwise, so...
That's a funny. Nope, simple. 3 out to one of my 3 rays. Patch of grass. And I'm just gonna Dragon Break for a lot.
Yeah, it is an awful lot. That is true. Alright, we will draw. Alright, we can Ultra Space, so let's start with that. Probably grab... seems like the reasonable... If I can find it, it's at the top, that's why. Seems like a reasonable turn for it. We can sell a Stealer. mean, the problem is no, I can't do it that way. I've got to grab the other thing. Because my problem I'm just realizing off of this is that, yeah, I don't have a supporter in hand, so I'm going to have to put Lele down here, which means this guy can't actually get the KO this turn. Like, I've got to get Beast Energy in order for that to happen, but I can't draw without the thing, because Ultra Beasts don't have that ability at the moment. So I think I have to get the Dustmane, which really sucks, but, you know. It is an Ultra Beast at least, so we can do that. Yeah, this is really bad. We've got Stakataka, so I guess I should put that down. We'll go attach to the Duskbane, and yeah, I'm gonna have to Lele for... I guess it still has to be Sycamore here, really? Or it would be, but yeah, there it is. I was gonna say it would be, but it's priced. No, it's not priced. So we gotta discard both both good recovery tools, which is like never where you want to be, but whatever. But having said that, we did kind of hit it, so it's the best I've got. It's double Beast Ring.
Yeah, this
like,
is a Beast Ring turn.
That is pretty good.
Then guarantee you're probably not getting another one. You're
Probably not. I mean, it has to be to the same Pokemon, so there's no point in getting a fourth one here, really, because this guy ain't surviving anyway. So we are just going to go ahead and attach the 3 that we need. Because if I could have put a different one on, I would have put it to the like Stakataka and stuff, and that would be fine. But we can't, so it is how it be. Gonna get Choice Band down on it. Really wish I did have a third one, actually, because if I could have gotten 2 energy here as well, I think I might actually have a chance of winning this game, but that is not how it is. Because, yeah, this guy could also kill you with, like, Choice Band plus the Beast Energy, so if I could have gotten the extra thing down here, that would have actually been really good. No such luck, though. It is how we do. Let's just get the Choice Band down on this guy as well. We'll just get them all out of the way here. Pay our 1 to retreat. And I'm going to have to just Meteor Tempest at that. Or do I? I mean, you're gonna just KO it, right? There's no... Because I didn't get the other Stakataka down because I couldn't. There's, like, no way this survives, surely.
not if I have any say in the matter.
Yeah, which, I mean, I couldn't end, so... I mean, I guess I could have, but I wouldn't have drawn all the stuff, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna Tempest here. If it somehow survives, then, I don't know, maybe we can work something out, but...
Yep, don't do anything silly, just throw this in,
I mean, you do need 7 energy total, so that's not that easy from here. We burned a lot of Max Elixir. Well, half of them, which is quite a few. And 3 rays have been used, so like...
Ultra Ball, discarding Circuitry, because that's not doing anything in this matchup.
Not unless I put Beast Energy down.
And yeah, this rope's never going to get used with that Ploypole sitting there.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's like, I was waiting for the chance, but it's like, no.
I'd be tempted to... I'll be honest, I'd be tempted to give you the Lele so I could just, like, move it out of the way and get it off my field. You know? I'd probably... Yeah, I probably would give you the Ploypole just because then my, like, extra Beast Ring might happen, but...
Stormy wins?
Yep. Okay, yep. Yep. Uh-huh. That's actually huge, because that's a Choice Band going as well.
Yeah, like, I had to do it to find energy, but it's like...
Mm-hmm. So, we...
Attach from hand.
Yeah, if we have Choice Band, I guess it works.
Yeah. There, we let loose.
Yep. Yeah, my other... I got Beast Ring off the prizes, so it's like, you know, god damn it.
Oh. Yeah, this is... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't get the energy to KO, but I did get to blue, yeah?
Okay. Well, that goes
Really
away.
bad news.
Uh. Yeah, I mean, it has to be the Poipole, doesn't it? There's not really any better answer. Okay, yeah. So this is where now, if I'd have Sun's Eclipse last turn, I would be, like, in a dominant spot here, but there's no way I could have expected you to whiff.
Attack at this point for... Oh, well. I have to attack, but...
You don't have to, but...
I'm like, do I want to... do I actually want the Tempest off of this? Seriously?
I know, I can't be the one to tell you that.
Not while you're on Beast Ring turn. Not while you're on the Beast Ring turn, I'm going to hit you for the...
170. Because I have one Stakataka still in play.
Yep.
Alright, we will draw. Yeah, I will be honest, I would not have expected to survive that turn. But it do be that way sometimes, you know? I can't really fault that. Alright, so I do have Ultra Space, so we can bounce the Stadium. I'm gonna play like 4 of this thing, so you know. You would hope. Right, I'm gonna use it first, so partly scouting, but also so. What?
That last turn could have been ordered differently for draw on my end, but we've got Stormy Wind in the middle meant I had to play cautiously around it.
Something just broke. Looking at this.
The hell?
I don't know what has just happened there. That is super weird.
So
yeah.
Stuff on, I'm assuming server issues.
Probably.
Like something disconnected and it did a weird.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it was stuck in the loading state.
Yeah, it was. It didn't, like, the card back went to default, so that was my assumption as well. Well, I'm gonna grab Celestealer because I think that makes the most sense at this point. Yeah, just gotta make sure that everything else is okay. So I have a couple of ways this could work out. It's not amazing, but there are 2 cards left in here that do it. Yeah, it's really not good odds, but we have a shot at the very least. I'm going to, because I have this down. If I attach preemptively, that gets rid of one of the ways, because obviously Beast Energy can just get a KO here, but if I don't preemptively attach, then it means I need 2 cards, both the Beast Ring and the and an energy attach in order to Meteor Tempest, right? So this is tough. I do have another Ultra Beast, so that seals the Garnadel part of this. I'm going to Float Stone on the active just in case, because it doesn't need the extra damage to KO regardless. So there is that. That's tough. Like,
still have your GX attack, so Beast Ring would still do it.
No, because we're even on prizes. I have to be behind on prizes for that to work.
No worries.
I'm going to take Liza here. I'm just going to shuffle it back in. It's not great, but it's a basic metal that doesn't do it for me. So I need to get hang. And we actually fucking did. Let's go. We have Beast Ring. I think I still have enough energy in here for that. I do just. Okay. I may have, like, ripped 2 extra metals out of my deck during this, so I was like, do I have enough energy still for this? But we do. So, yeah, we are going to just Meteor Tempest a second time here and get the get this guy off the board. I don't think the Celesteal is really doing anything at this point, but there's not much I could have done about that.
This is kind of desperation mode at this point. Play that shit. Stretcher for free.
Okay.
Is Zerk to Ray?
Yeah, seems good. I wish I didn't have to keep this guy in, but I mean, you could see what I had to do for this, really.
Attach the Latias.
Yep.
Let loose.
Oh, okay. I had 2 ends prized, pulled both of those, and I had one in my hand already, so it's like, God.
Acrobike. Oh. Ditch this.
Yeah, I'm
Probably a long thing.
curious to see the stretcher. And I've just realised, yeah, curious to see the stretcher when the bench is full, and I'm like 1 GX KO away, but I suppose we're just hoping that I can't get to one of them.
There was a specific reason for that, and it's because if you kill the Latias, I want to be able to put an extra energy in play if I have to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you're hoping that I can't actually.
Playing around. Playing around. No dues, basically.
Yeah, I'm kind of still kicking myself for not just using the GX attack though, not because of like expecting the KO to be whiffed, but I'm looking at it going, if I did do that, it's like play to the out sort of thing. It's like now I had to expend a ton of resources last turn to get that.
Well, because I have to puzzle.
Ah, I see. I suppose you haven't used one yet, right? So yeah, that definitely hurts.
Second, I'm just going to be good and bring out. Do I want this little Lily? Yeah, I want this. Next turn to Porter.
Right.
This. So yeah, we'll
Yep.
get blue.
Let's bounce that, and pretty sure I can't charge that. It's weird because it's like, yeah, this thing's going down, so honestly the Celesteela doesn't do a lot. I don't think there's any way I could feasibly charge that too. I've had to get rid of my recovery stuff, right? So yeah, right, this is the game I had to get rid of the Super Rod. So yeah, I don't think Celesteela can do anything at this point.
Yeah, and from here it's just going to be the Dream Mist KO plus Excel.
Yep.
Right on you. Ooh, got the grappling use out more of those.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not nearly enough, right? Yeah, there's still like 4 energy potential here. Yeah, I guess we go up here still though. Alright, we'll draw. Well, we can Ultra Space again, for what it's worth.
I mean, the barrel's doing their job. They're making it work for it.
It is. We will use said Ultra Space. We'll grab out the Poi Pole.
Yeah, glad I went with that over. With that over the flowers for this matchup at least.
So I'm just trying to work out again how are we winning this. Well, I mean, this guy's still active, so you need 8 total energy in play in order to do the thing at the moment. Or, like, Choice Band obviously can count as one, but because of Stakataka, this actually, like, 1 damage reduction is enough to keep this out of range of a 7 energy hit. So, the question becomes... can we deal with that? Again, but I'm probably gonna have to get rather lucky for this to actually work out in favor of thinking on this, but it's still possible. We're gonna bench Katana. Obviously nothing to use on it because it's special energy. So, can't do that bit. I'm going to float stone it, and we're gonna Guzma the Tapu Lele. This gets shuffled up obviously after Ultra Space and just been working through the motions of it here. I think this is fine. We're gonna hit this for 100 and what is it? 130 at the moment with Beast Raid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And the Choice Band.
Okay. Do that float.
Yep.
And second energy.
7. Yeah, you've got it. That's damage on board.
Yep. Checking that before I do anything stupid.
Yeah, that's what I noticed as well. Yeah, I kind of needed like one more bit there, I think, with it. If I'd have Sun's Eclipse there, I win the game, I think. Because I would have had, with the fact of you whiffed the hit there, I could have actually gone ahead and powered up the Stakataka on the bench and had the better attack to go with, right, at the end there. I think I actually...
misplayed by going for that Mars Shadow instead of losing a support right in hand. Because my plan was to let loose then do a supporter, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. No, kind of funny.
Mars Shadow.
Yeah, kind of funny in the end. Like, again, this is not a good matchup with this stuff, but I kept a pretty solid thing for it there. But yeah, if I'd have used a GX attack beforehand, I actually would have just won the game, I think. Just because I would have been able to do 2 attacks with the same energy base rather than having to hit it with the thing I did. And from there, I think I just, like, take it, to be honest.
Yeah, from there you've got price math and stuff, so...
Yeah. Because at that point, I probably could have actually used the Celestealer. Right, I could have been powering this up at that stage. I had one choice band left, I think, too, because I used it on one of like the Stakataka or something when I didn't. I was just to get it out of hand, so I didn't get it let loose to me. So like, if I had put choice band on the Celestealer, or even the beast energy was still in deck. If I started powering this thing up, even though it takes 5 energy to do, I had the extra beast ring. Could have gone for it, and this will just kind of win out as well. Be like 190 on the Ray and wins the game from there. So yeah, you can't know because you can't expect that the Ray deck of all things is gonna whiff that knockout. There wasn't a single choice band used yet. There wasn't any. There was more than enough potential energy for it. So
I could have was going with Latias, but that would have been weird in that situation for much of the same reasons you're talking about now.
Yeah. Yep. And it also leaves you vulnerable to Guzma, right? Because if you go for Latias, when I do Sun's Eclipse, then I just Guzma in one of the Rays, and I had Floatstone on the on one of the stacks, right? So it's like, yeah, I just get one of the Rays out with Meteor Tempest that way, and that also probably just seals it because it's like, yeah, so little damage on the thing with it here. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but this is not a good matchup, because half the thing of this is that Stakataka reduces damage taken, but that doesn't really do anything when the damage taken is about 210 million, you know. So it's just like, yeah, this obviously is not the matchup that you want to see with it, but honestly kind of kept it relatively close. Obviously kind of regretting taking the Beast Ring out for I think it was keeping the extra basic energy in. I really wanted to include like the Celestealer. I didn't think I had quite enough Pokemon in here yet, and the Beast Ball just made sense. To be fair to it, Beast Ball did work in both games, so I can't really fault this thing for being like, you know, incorrect, because it worked in both games. So it's like, sure, but I wanted to fit more than what I maybe could have in here. Like, I wanted the 4th Ultra Space, but that came instead of one of the Ultra Balls, because I've realized, what am I using Ultra Ball for in here? It's like the Desperation Lele or something? Everything else I could use Ultra Space for, and Ultra Space means I can bounce Shrine, which is murderous for this deck. So, you know, it's like, I want another Shrine out. Yeah. So, like, we already had 2 Field Blower and 3 Ultra Space, but I think the 4th one is just, like, if you can fit it, is just right. The original list, it was based on one of the lower division top 8 ones, but the original list was playing, like, 2 Stakataka and 3 of this Dust main. Wasn't playing the single price Celesteela. Did play this guy though, so didn't get a chance to see this one, but that was the other thing I was trying to work out. Can I get the Latias down so I could maybe Rusty Claws for 200, but I didn't have enough energy left to do it. Again, if I didn't, that could have been a different route as well. If I didn't go ahead and hit the, if I hit the GX attack before, I could have maybe done this one to finish off the game as well. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty solid. I mean, it does have a solid wall on it over here, so it should be. But yeah, this guy's pretty good. It can attack if you get the beast ring and stuff down to it. It's not the worst attacker out there. It's like 10 short of where you really want, but 120 is still passable enough. And this was the other thing I was potentially saving the GX attack for, right? Because there is that isn't the third way of doing it, because I would have used my GX attack, but this is what I actually wanted to try and get set up, is go down to like 2 prizes left and assembly GX for the KO. But I just didn't have enough energy or time really to do it, which was a shame.
I don't think you can make this thing a better attacker without quad stacker plus frying pans being obnoxious.
Yeah. No, I'm not advocating for this thing being a better attacker. It's just like, it is a bit of a shame that it is 10 short of the most important stuff you want. But, like, I mean, obviously it can't even kill Coco because of resistance. There's like, oh man, you know, stupid metal resistance. But yeah, this deck's pretty good. Like, the fact that this can hit just 120 for 1 energy is really solid, to be honest. It's lacking in the draw department. It's inconsistent a little, to a degree there. Like, you just bricked me off of that first let loose in game 1, so it's, these things are just gonna happen. You really don't want to bench the Lele down because you need the bench space open. You kind of did me a favor in a way with that first parallel because it got rid of this thing. So it's like, okay, now I might actually... Yeah.
But against your deck, when you've got Ultra Space down, I'm good at parallel. I don't care if I take away your Lele. I want to keep you off a bigger Beast Raid.
Yeah, because the Beast Raid, it's the combination hit, right? Beast Raid plus the Beast Energy and Choice Band is just enough to take you out. And because you're using Choice Band instead of Fury Belt, you don't really have as much counterplay against that. So that is the way that you've got to try and deal with it, for sure. And I mean, you saw... Oh, go on.
This list is based off the top 4 worlds list with a few elements of the top 8 one.
Yeah.
I dropped the field blowers for parallels because I thought I liked them much better, especially with the escape rope inclusion. The synergy here.
Yeah.
It didn't come up, but it might have done. Like if I could parallel that Poipole away, I could have dragged in a Naganadel and put a different 2 prizer instead of whatever that Stakataka you fed me. The other change was I took out one of the acrobikes for the Latias. That definitely pulled its weight.
Yeah, Latias ended up being really good in this matchup for sure. I just couldn't quite... I mean, it was just, you got it. You started with it and had, like, enough stuff to discard for it. That's effectively where it came in. It's not often that you get to do that well with it initially. Like, I haven't seen a single game in like test stuff so far that it's actually been good.
Just about this, looking at it, for those that say me like, where do I actually work in Dreamy Mist? But now play with it. No, I quite like it because it's a 1 prizer. You're otherwise, unless they're dragging your own Guru or with Mars Shadow, you're losing. It's your 7th prize basically.
So long as you can afford the turn of that it takes to actually get going, this thing's actually really good. It's just, you've got to, you can't do it every game because you are sometimes not going to be able to afford that turn, right? Because this thing is a frail attacker, it's going to get raced down potentially. If they can do that, you probably don't have time for the Latias. So, I mean, we saw that when I played you in the midweek stuff, where it's just like, Latias didn't really get to do anything because there's just no time for it, you know? And, in theory, this could be the same sort of way, but when you get it as your opener and you manage to discard 3 energy on the first turn, it's like, well, okay, that's obviously going to work out. You know, that was genuinely kind of ridiculous. So, it looks like the best card ever at that point.
Because I figured that would be like, it would just be a looks like aggro thing, but when we were talking earlier about you having a look at the Malamar stuff.
Yeah. I don't think it's
Reason
that
would take-
crazy luck sack sort of stuff because there's a lot that you could do within here, right, to make it kind of to actually like make the turns work out. It's not. I mean, it's obviously
I was
annoying.
thinking. I
Yeah.
barely play with the deck, obviously, but I was having to think through ordering and stuff. It's not brainless. It's not like Swans. Isn't it?
No. I guess you
I
do
guess
have
that's
your own
the right
JD
code.
though. Imagine an event now where this thing gets judgment. Just me, you know. I can see it. It has everything else at once. It's got V-Create for God's sake, so you know. Or it had V-Create. Right, well, if you're still up for it, Si, that leaves one thing to do, doesn't it?
Yep, ready and willing to go.
Stitch on. Waiting to get over.
I'll move over to yellow. Give you your purple color.
You'll need to speak up again. The stuff's gone. You've gone quiet.
Weird. Improving?
A little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to mess around with settings to see if I could fix anything while
Yeah.
you're
Alright,
finished.
we're still here. Yeah, no, I think it should be okay from there. Right, what would you like?
Heads, please.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Ooh. Alright, I guess we're doing that then. Alright, good luck.
Okay, that's scary.
A little. It's a bit frailer than the Mewtwo, but it's also less retreat, so...
Oh, we're seeing the Deoxys here.
Yeah. There is a specific reason why.
Well, I don't know what I'm up against, so I should just get that done, get out of my hand.
Yeah, that's fair,
You
that's
have
fair.
that.
Yep, that's what we mentioned earlier.
I don't know if I want to attach that. This is a really awkward hand. It was something I could do, but I suppose it's first turn. I can't attack anyway, so just go ahead.
Okay, we will see what we can do. Yep. Alright. Yeah, you're not the only one with a kind of weird hand. I guess I'm gonna Ultra Ball pitching Miss Swap over here. And, I don't really want to, but I guess I have to. We're gonna pitch Guzma here. Never feels great, but, like, what are you gonna do sometimes, you know? Okay, so like I said, this is the one I'm probably going to get even more confused about with one-ons and stuff, because there's a few bits in here that maybe could have done, could have had more copies of, but I just like could not find space, you know. Well, we got to grab the NK. That is the number one thing to do here. So I think there's one of those away. Those I think are all fine. I know one of those is away. Pretty sure one of those is away. Definitely supporter stuff is away, which is a bit annoying, but you know, we'll make do. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna Cynthia from here. Do a drawer. Well, it is a playable card, I suppose. We're gonna put the DCE down and I'm gonna Psychic for 40. Oh man, this game.
Nest ball.
Yep.
Is there anything I can do about this current situation?
Yep.
Pass.
Right, okay. Just getting the note down. I've got one at the moment. See how long that lasts. Not very long, because we do have a second one that's going down, because I also have Nest Ball. Which is just going to grab another Inkay, and I'm just going to Psychic for the 40 again here. Yeah, there we go. 80 it is.
I was making...
Oh, you were expecting worse.
Yeah.
I don't quite have that sort of capability at the moment.
Last.
Okay, we will draw. Well, it is a card that I would potentially want. I hate the fact if I'm going to have to discard another Guzma here, but Sycamore has got to get played, I think. We've got 2 Malamar, and I'm going to Sycamore pitching the third one, because the game thought it funny to give me 3 Malamar off of my Cynthia for 6. Okay, this might actually be able to do some stuff. We are going to Mysterious Treasure, discarding probably the Psychic here. Oh, it's just weird because I wish I could get my other stuff with Treasure, but I started the one that I would normally get with Treasure, so, you know. That's okay, we'll just grab another Inkay here. And then we are going to play Lunala Prison down, because this guy's pretty cool. Wish I could KO this turn, to be honest, but it's not really happening here. I probably should go ahead and do the charge, and yeah, I do need to adjust the count a bit. I mean, I can KO it, it's just a really stupid way of doing it, which is not useful for me in the slightest. So I will not, because that would be objectively dumb. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit for 40 here. There's nothing else I can realistically do. And I'm like, I kind of want to recharge, but at the same time I kind of don't, because it's like, I want to have it on a more impactful thing.
Guzma. Bring in one of the Malamars.
Okay.
Trash lunch.
Yep, that's 120, right? So, yeah. Yeah, so like I could have, but at the same time, don't think it was really that great. Let's see. Just trying to see who was actually better here. You have got a fat ass retreat cost, haven't you? So that doesn't really work. Yeah, I'd love to just get this thing out, but doesn't seem like that's great. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go this way. I have a plan. It's not a good plan, but I have a plan. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rescue Stretcher, pick up the Malamar to go there. We'll double recharge to the Deoxys, if I can get them to go, please. Buttons. Buttons, come on. Oh my god, why are you being so stupid? Whatever. Sometimes it just does not want to work for me, and it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I was over the well, not the buttons, so that's what's making it kind of annoying here. And then I'm gonna Tantalize it to switch. So I can go and... Yeah,
I've been bricked out of this game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had DCE, so I was gonna go that way round for it, but I was like, nah, Tantalize a switch is what I want here. Yeah,
and I'm still... Yeah, no.
Yeah. This is kind of rare, but it does happen to this sort of thing sometimes, so, yeah. Ooh. Oh, that I don't know. Oh, I don't like this. Okay. I have to choose one, and I don't want to because they're both kind of lame for this. Fuck it. Alright. I really don't want to start this thing, but what am I gonna do? I can't choose my fate. Ooh, that's pretty good.
I guess these two probably make sense right now.
Yeah, roadblock is pretty nice.
We'll put down Shrine and pass.
Okay. That's something. There is no Slugma in play either, so okay. Might be able to work with that. Treasure, pitching. Honestly, Coco is fine here, considering the hand. Yeah, I'll get the counter up here. I'm just gonna preemptively market it too because I have a second item that's gonna be getting discarded in a sec. So preemptively do that whilst I'm thinking about it. Okay, so one of those away. That stuff is fine. That's fine. I think that's, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's okay. Trying again, remembering counts of everything here. That's okay, but that's kind of not. Okay, that's close enough. We're gonna grab the Inkay, naturally. We're gonna stretch it to shuffle, because I don't think I want to fill my bench up with that right now, in comparison. So that is 2. Gonna put DCE active and Sycamore Psychic here. Bench yourselves an Inkay. Yeah, Lugia is probably the best 4th one I can put down here, so go ahead.
Ultra Ball discarding Guzma and Choice Band.
Okay.
This is just bricking me and it is not great. I have to go for that, just hoping I'll break with it. Go ahead.
Well, you might not be the only one, we'll see. Oh, yeah, this is not great either. Well, I have 2 Malamar and that's all I've got, so go ahead. This is the problem sometimes.
You know what? Go ahead.
Okay. Who can get the supporter card first? Well, actually, this kind of works for a different reason. Okay, 3rd item is going to go down because Escape Rope is coming on in here.
I'm just going to keep one of those to the side. Ultimate Arrows.
Yeah, Ultimate Arrow is happening this turn, I'll let you know. So what are we bringing in for the rope then?
I honestly don't know. It's
okay. Right, we will use the recharge. I do have the attach, and we have a Guzma, so that's why I had to ask you because it's like whether or not. Honestly, this guy's kind of fat, right? So yeah, we'll bring. Oh, sorry. You can't switch that fast, yeah, because it already got done. Yeah, and then this guy comes in, and we will ultimate arrow for 30 spread to everything.
I just... Yeah, no.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't get my Guru in play because of your roadblock, so it was like, oh no, you know, I was thinking, Lugia's fine, it'll be great. Look at this bullshit, though. Triple Mysterious Treasure in the prizes. What is a guy
Prize
to
cards
do?
are such a treasure sometimes.
What's a guy to do, huh?
Not even Yveltal stage, Max, it's all trainer cards.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, best luck. Oh, straight in with this? Okay. I mean, you're probably not super thrilled about it, but like...
Ultra Ball, discarding Guzma and... Guzma.
Oh, yeah, okay. It is one of those. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you've started with that every time, so,
Yeah. Lily for 7.
That's why you discard the Guzma, okay.
And Slugma. Mysterious Treasure, discarding Choice Band.
Yep.
That's energy. And pass.
Okay, we will draw. This game is ridiculous sometimes. Alright, let's get the counter down, because we are going to Ultra Ball for 2 Psychics discarded. Because, you know, game wants to be funny, so I guess that's what it's gonna do. Oh, I didn't put the fucking prizes down. That's... I'm so sorry.
Womp womp.
Ah! It's good. I'm so sorry. Just when you get a freaking good start with it, too. It's... my bad. Obviously, you're still starting here if you so choose, which...
We're
man.
back to the bad starts.
Yeah, well... I almost shouldn't take a mulligan off of this, to be honest, should I, considering? I am so sorry with that, it's really not meant. Ugh.
Nest Ball.
Ah, this at least seems somewhat positive.
Mysterious Treasure, discarding Fighting Energy.
Yep. Oh, the worst part of that is if I hadn't, like, sorted the deck, I could have actually, like, fixed that too. It was just as soon as I'd done the deck sort and I sort of looked over, I was like, oh god, you know.
Rainbow Energy on the Trubbish.
Yep.
Lily for 7.
Yeah, this seems really good though. So, okay, maybe I don't have to be quite so quite so guilty now.
Shrine of Punishment.
Certainly a punishment for me seeing this hand.
Yeah, I want to put that down. I'm not sure if I want to put that down yet. Yeah, I'll put it down anyway. Just in case I get end, because searching that out's more of a pain.
Yeah, I can see that.
And we'll pass from there.
Okay, we will draw. Well, it's an in-case, so I guess that's something. This hand fucking sucks, dude. Oh my god. Definitely getting punished for not putting the prices down in the last hand, because this is so much worse. Just gonna have to Sycamore this. This is depressing. I'm gonna get the Psychic Energy there, but what the fuck is this? Like, I was sort of thinking maybe I attach one for retreating purposes, but like, no, I would rather get something on an actual like potential attacker here. So I think it's still better that I don't, but god does it suck to do that. Nest Ball.
Well, at least you get that out of it.
Yeah, that is true. So then the question is, where do we go with that? We're on 2 at the moment. It'd be one of those if I could have attached to and like switched out to Lunala I would, but we can't, so that's not an option. And prizes are not necessarily helping either. They're not the worst, I don't think, but they're certainly not quite what I would hope for here, considering what we've already had to do. Feels like the Dio is probably the best bet here, though, because we can attach to it, and that will do. Go ahead.
You have her Macargo.
Yep.
Cynthia.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Garbodor.
Yep.
Ultra Ball discarding Acerola and Mysterious Treasure.
Okay.
Yeah, Buzzwole. Patch Psychic to the Oranguru. Smooth over.
Yep. Because we do have the option of drawing still. God, what a hand to shuffle into there.
There's no way I don't run any of those. Are they all prized? Oh, miserable.
Oh boy.
Instruct for 2.
Yep.
I've already played supporter, so go ahead.
Okay, we will draw. I mean, in some universe that does something, but I don't think I want to live in that one. Malamar is going to come down at the very least. We are going to just straight up Cynthia here, I think. And draw. Okay. that is a weird one. Alright, we are going to Psychic Recharge here for sure. We'll get the energy down there. It's just... It's so, like, obviously telegraphed if I just, like, attach to the Deoxys as well, but what am I gonna do otherwise here is the thing. This is not the game where we discarded Guzma, so we, like, almost definitely have got something that way. It's just couldn't play the supporter. That said, I mean, Deoxys doesn't die at the very least, too, at the moment, because I've only got 2 items in the discard. Feels kinda bad, but I guess I will just attach to it and pass. Go ahead.
Psychic Energy, Tantalizer, swap.
Yep.
Or, actually, do I Tantalizer? I might not want to this turn.
If you've got something better, then sure, but it seems pretty good because you've still got the smooth over draw as well.
Yeah, we'll Tantalizer to switch it out, because there's an issue with this deck that I can't really fix right now.
Seems we're missing...
Gonna have to take prizes to fix that.
Yeah, seems we're missing a stone or something. Did you want to smooth that over, or are you going to do that at the end of the turn?
Oh, smoothed over, right.
Well, I mean, you could smooth over to fix the next turn if your hand was already going to be good enough,
over.
but yeah, we'll do it that way. Order of operations being as intricate as always, you know.
Instruct.
Yep.
And we'll Trash Launch for the KO.
Yep, because it's 80 damage at the moment. Alright, we will draw. Seriously. Oh my god, this thing is just out to get me at the moment, I swear. Oh my god, how does one draw this poorly off it? It's just so weirdly set up, man. I know I have to do something, but it's just like, god, can we even afford to? Yeah, I will. Treasure, pitching, Guzma here, I think. Feels so wrong, but not much I can do about it. We'll grab ourselves Inkay. And we are going to Power Blast for 120 times 2, obviously for weakness, discarding 1 energy critically enough. I don't think it's gonna matter based on this deck, but we will see.
That's Fighting Energy, smooth over.
Yep.
Aggro Guru!
Yeah, shuffle the rest of it first, and then...
Yeah, let me just make sure it's the same one, because sometimes...
Yeah, sometimes... It's usually with a pile that it does it, but yeah, sometimes it does kind of go weird.
Pressure Cuckoo.
Yep, that's why it doesn't matter.
And Psychic for the KO.
Yep, 120. Yeah, that kind of blows, but whatever. Just being in a bit of a dog shit start with it here, so we'll just have to see what we can do. I mean, that'd be extremely funny, but I can't do that and get this thing out as well. Still might have to be the way though, which is really frustrating. So I don't really see how I'd be getting out of this if I don't do this. Alright, Ultra Ball pitching Malamar and N here. So Ultra Ball is going to have to get us Guru, and then I really think this has got to be the way, which sucks so badly. Treasure pitching Sycamore to get the second Malamar out. I believe this takes me up to 5 at this point, but let me just... Not that it's immediately threatening, but it could be later on, so... Yeah, it's at 5, so... Right, so we'll go to that. We have 3 energy in the discard. I'm going to recharge them to the Guru, and I'm going to have to Guzma. And it's probably Guzma up. Yeah, probably the Makago is the most sensible one. So yeah, we'll Guzma the Makago here.
Twice in one game!
I know. And then we'll instruct to draw the 3. And
Aggro Monkey is good.
And cry because we didn't hit anything I could use. This is fucking terrible, dude. We're gonna put a Coco down and pass. Go ahead.
Have the deck with no acceleration get off a Guru, but the deck with acceleration didn't.
Because I've drawn like complete shit this game. What am I supposed to say?
Guzma up the Coco.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is indeed a thing. You know what? Fuck this. It's not worth it. I mean, what was I supposed to do? I couldn't play anything in any of the
not run
turns.
float stones?
Nope.
Jesus. Oh, starting Slugma is really bad then.
Oh well, none of those games did anything whatsoever, but it's how it be sometimes with these things.
Yeah, oh god, don't start Slugma.
Yeah, so obviously it can be a little inconsistent, because even with Guru it's like, yeah, you've got some potential draw and that's like the most you've got. But it's like, I mean, I just drew complete dog shit in most of those games really, so even the ones where I was actually like, you know, playing the Sycamore and stuff, I still had to discard everything under the sun for it. The prizes were never good. Like again, 3 treasures prized. I think was that also an ultra. There might have also been an Ultra Ball prized in that game too. So it's like, what the hell is that supposed to be about? And yeah, I mean, Stat's kind of insane if it does get to do what it's supposed to do, but it's like all Malamar stuff really. It's just an inconsistent bricky mess. So, you know, it's nothing really changed on that front. The goal, we did get to see it once technically, the goal is Ultimate Arrow, right? Or Spread in general, but Ultimate Arrow is like actually playable in this deck because you've got Malamar to accelerate the rest of the energy DCE doesn't provide, and 30 Spread actually does matter in comparison to 20 sometimes, right? So that's genuinely a good trait for the deck. Coco obviously is still strong in general because it gives you a pivot sort of option out here, but Ultimate Arrow is what you're actually trying to do, but you can't just win the game off of this attack alone. The original list is based on a Lost Thunder one that Pepper was looking at. That plays Giratina, which solves every single issue that I could have possibly had with this, just about, except for the bricking part, but you know, it solves just about every issue you could want because it's a recurring Pokemon. You can keep bringing back for attacking. It does 130, which one of the big problems is lack of direct output, and it just keeps on coming back. It does a little bit of spread stuff for it as well. That's in the very next set, but you know, Pepper wanted to show this off now, so that's what we did. Also, Shrine...
Your team would make that much difference, and that it did.
Yeah, also, Shrine being in here prevents any consistency from being added as far as the GX stuff goes, because if I bench Lele, I'm just asking to give up too many prizes. So I can't do that, and the Crozma also can't fit in here anymore, which is the other big damage output guy. So with Shrine being played, you can't play those. So that was another big concession, which is why we see... I initially had 2 Shining Lugia, but I wanted to have a Psychic attacker in here as well, which, you know, Lunala Prison can fill, but this thing is really difficult to actually charge up, right? Because we play DCE in here as well. I kept the 9 Psychic whilst adding the DCE in, so it's like, I still have as many Psychic as the original list we're playing, but that's still not easy to get a Lunala charged up with. And whilst this thing is busted as far as how much damage it can do, you have to get there, and this deck does have a hard time getting there. A lot of it. If you just don't find your Psychics, you're fucked, right? And yeah, guess what we didn't find in like any of the games. I think I maybe had about 4 Psychic Energy across almost all of the games there. Like, we had 3 in the last game because it eventually manually hit, but like the rest of the games I had basically no Psychic Energy to work with, so it's like, what are you even doing at that point, you know?
Like, this is an interesting point. This is an interesting scenario. Then we've got a spread deck which is mostly one prize that doesn't like Shrine because of the consistency problems.
Yeah, like, you
That's
still want it. You definitely still want it, but like, it does make things a lot more awkward, that's for sure.
Because the original list didn't actually have Shrines, did it?
No, it didn't. It played a Lele and it didn't play Guru, I don't think, so it was like swapping that sort of bit. But it played like a Lele and Necrozma GX, the base one, and obviously Giratina instead of... I don't even think it ran... It might not have even ran the baby Lele at that point. Definitely didn't run the Lugia or the Deoxys. These were my subs to actually get some single target damage in here, because you kind of need that. And yeah, I mandated that I had to put Guru in here because I know just how much of an inconsistent brick this type of thing can be. If you don't have a draw engine in your deck and like, yeah, you're running sort of 9-ish, 8-9 draw spot, I added an extra one I think in here as well.
Yeah.
So the original list, of course, was being post-rotation, plays Lily instead of like this lot. Sycamore obviously is insane for any Malamar deck, so you would still run that, but it's like 4 Cynthia, 4 Lily, 1 Tailizer, I'm pretty sure was the original list. Which,
I'd be over my Yveltal deck, which is also a Shrine deck. Let's compare support alliance, because this brick sometimes as well, and still needs to run the Guru, but I found room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 draw supports.
yeah.
And going less than that feels really painful, because we don't have a Lele staple altogether.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the standard is still like 9 to 10. You don't usually want to go too far beyond that. The standard we're going to see going forward is just at 8, really, because as the rest of the potential draw supports, like sometimes you'll see Tate and Liza as extra ones, but the general draw support stuff moving forward, because we lose these 2, is really quite weak actually. So yeah, it's...
What worries me immediate future is that we're losing 2 of the big draw supports. Cynthia's great and all, but she can't hold the format alone. But
and we lose our 1 prize, Artillery, to draw as well, so yeah, not that this deck could play Artillery, obviously, it's far too tricky for that, but still... You know, if I guess you could possibly include Evo Soda or something to try and be that, but whatever, it's not happening. One of the interesting things about the Arceus that we didn't get to see, and maybe this is better post-rotation when we lose the basic option for it, is that Fabled Defense is kind of insane, actually. Like, once it's active, preventing any damage done to your bench by the opponent, just like, it basically hard counters what you're doing down here, for example, right? It's just one thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, it even lives Baleful.
Yeah, by 10. and I'm not going to give you counter energy, right? Because I'm just going to be using ultimate arrow for
Yeah,
the
you're
first,
doing the same kind of bullshit I am. And you don't have anything for me to shrine.
Exactly. So, like, yeah, this is why I didn't play it against you, potentially, because, like, I know you went first, and so you used this deck, but this was the thing you were going to be playing, so, like, if I played you before you played Sai, it was going to be this, right? And it would have just been very annoying. Not necessarily a blowout, because you do have hammers to get rid of the DCE, but it would have been very annoying. And yeah, honestly, I think the rest of my sort of bits in here would have also probably done enough as well. Like, it's not just ultimate arrow, but, you know, even things like Deoxys is maybe slightly short, but it doesn't matter when you've spread. The Lugia is pretty good because it's like, yeah, you can't bet. I can just, like, snipe the Guru away with that if I want to. And 130 is respectable after a Coco flip or ultimate arrow or something. That still kills everything you want. So it's like, the Lugia is good.
Across the board.
Yeah. Lunala is not quite so good because it is weak to Dark, obviously, but it still could potentially be something I'd hit if I get enough things in. Yeah. And
I'm obviously not going to tech against freaking Shining Arceus.
No, Arceus is not the thing you'd tech on. And then, like, I could have put Floatstone instead of the Escape Rope. I wanted to try the Rope because I think that's actually pretty freaking good for a Malamar deck, to be honest. Maybe you would still want Stone as well, but you have to make some sort of cut somewhere, and, you know, it would have probably had to be in a Shrine or something at that point for it, because I'm already stretching a little bit thin on some of the other stuff I want. But Escape Rope is really good for a Malamar deck, naturally, because you want to charge the stuff on the bench, but that often means you've got to put something like Malamar in the active in the first place, so then you can rope afterwards to get what you need in. You often can't afford to, like, play your supporter for Guzma and not, like, draw as well in a lot of situations. So
I think I'd actually like this more if you weren't on Shrine, because then you're killing the opponent's field blowers.
Yeah, it's possible.
Run no field blower targets. That's potentially annoying because some decks are on 3/4 blower.
Yeah, the Zoroark stuff often is, isn't it? So that could be a possible thing. Yeah.
There's not the most relevant place for that kind of strategy.
I mean, in a way, like, it's also sort of a similar thing to what I mentioned with the whole, like you know, not playing GXs in the first place. Look how many slots in Sai's deck here we blanked just because we're not playing a GX, right? 7. This is a ridiculous amount of cards to not have be useful in the format, right? I know, like, draw support was really the problem, but in a way, like, I don't know how many of your hands had. Yeah, this is what I'm getting at. It's like, because I don't play the tools and I play the rope instead, I blank any field blowers in the opponent's deck too. So if they are playing, like, 3, you know, okay, if it's Zoroark specifically, then they can get rid of the Shrine, but they probably get rid of the Shrine otherwise as well. Field blowers aren't as useful in that situation. I was playtesting against the Ray stuff with the 2 field blowers in there, and it was kind of insufficient to be able to deal with the Shrine enough, you know? You just need a couple of turns to really sort of devastate them on that, so...
Yeah, this racks up damage fast, like, can you believe we had something like this back in Gen 3?
Yeah, I know, right? Good old, what was it, the Desert Stone thingy? I forget what it was called. Desert Ruins? Yeah, it was Ruins, yeah. Yeah, same sort of idea, and
I'd say we had less stuff to deal with, but we had Windstorm.
Mm-hmm.
Windstorm was out much later, though, than Desert Ruins was.
Yeah, Field Blower did come earlier in the format for sure than what Windstorm did, but even so, still, still quite a powerful thing for it. And yeah, no, I like the idea with this. It's probably not my favorite when it comes to the sort of variants here, but I think Giratina really would solve most of the issues with it. I definitely wouldn't play the Deoxys if we had Giratina, for example. So, like, that's immediately something which is a huge plus. It's not that I hate this card, because I think it does have a specific purpose here, but it certainly wasn't my top choice. This initially was a second Shining Lugia, and then I realized, wait, no, I need something a little bit better into Buzzwole. right? Because Buzzwole kind of wrecks everything otherwise. That was the purpose of this. It wasn't, not even necessarily the baby one, although it certainly can do a number on that. Because Power Blast can still just like kill it anyway. But it's the fact if you can recharge to it a couple of times, attach one from hand, and just get a one-shot even if they don't have 3 energy. Because you probably know this, I took the choice band out of here as well. I was like, I just want the extra energy, I want the extra consistency off of that. So that's what I swapped it for. Fat load of good that did, right? But, you know, it's like, you can imagine some of those games there, how strapped I was for basic Psychic, probably would have been the choice band I drew every game, right? So, you know, just because then I really can't attack. But that does mean that Psychic is not enough to take out Buzzwole GX, because we don't have choice band for it anymore. But we are a Malamar deck, and 120 damage is a pretty big number for dealing with Psychic weak stuff. So, yeah, kind of works out. Also, it's a 1 retreat, which is good compared to the Mewtwo. Like, I know the extra HP usually matters, but 1 retreat making this thing pretty mobile to get it out of dodge when it's not going to be able to attack the turn after. That's not bad. So...
yeah, like, when you said you had it in for reason, I thought, oh, you're on a skateboard, but no, it's stupid Malamar.
Yeah, well, not in the future, but right now it is, yeah.
Next format, it's fine.
We
have Floatstone.
Jirachi's a little bit away yet before you actually start playing a skateboard. Because Malamar becomes a Jirachi deck in the future, as you can well imagine. One of the problems with it being bricky inconsistency, here's a Pokemon that looks at the top 5 and gets you an item card. That's what most of this even is in the first place. That's fantastic. You know, original list was playing like 17 item cards or something. So it's like, hell yeah, you know. That's what we want. So yeah, that's when the skateboard starts actually being dinged in. Because the combo, of course, Jirachi puts itself to sleep, but it's only got 1 retreat. So you put a skateboard on the Jirachi, and you can get it out of the dodge once you've used its ability. Malamar loves that sort of thing, so yeah. It's used a lot more than just Malamar, but it's the first obvious one that gains a lot from it. But it also does work on Malamar itself as well. You can preemptively recharge an energy if you've got a spare one to like go on a Malamar, and then said Malamar can just have the skateboard to retreat. That also does work. Just, yeah, not the primary use. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves a bit here with it. I mean, I showed off Malamar like relatively well last time with the Ultimate Crossman, I think, and you guys showed it off pretty well with the Psychic version against each other in the previous one.
Mirror.
Yeah, so it's like, it's almost poetic in a way to show off the less good side of this, because I did mention this thing can be an inconsistent bricky mess, and lo and behold, that's exactly what it showed. So there you go.
We had that though.
Yeah, I was a little bit more surprised this ended up bricking more, but I can also sort of see it. If you don't get to Makago early enough, then this can just, like, it is just inherently playing fewer good draws and stuff, you know? You've only got 5, like, well, 6 technically, somewhat decent draw supporters, and I mean, if I'm playing like 10 and still bricking, you know, it's playing 6 like actual draw supports is going to be a bit awkward. Kukui can sort of help, but only a tiny bit, right? Like, Kukui's as good as an acrobike in this sort of situation, and that's not even, you know, that amazing, and it's an item card for stuff there. So I can understand how this can be inconsistent. It's just a shame it was so many times in a row, you know?
But when it pops off, oh god.
Yes, because we did one of the test games. We had basically there was like the 2 Buzz Makago sort of variants going up against each other. One did not play Garbodor, so whoops. But effectively,
yeah, my list was based off of the list with Octillery instead.
Yeah,
topping list, but
the Octillery really did work, but it also obviously was weak to Psychic because the deck wise, so it's like Garb ended up being the more or less the deciding factor, that and the GX stuff. But in the game that was played there, like Kukui, the Kukui smooth over thing was absolutely ridiculous. Like, that pulled off. You pulled that off like 3 turns in a row for
Yeah.
like really good damage every time as well. So yeah, there are absolutely situations once you get that Macargo going that this deck just kind of goes insane. But yeah, having said that, we saw what happens when you don't get this Macargo going, and it's more than a little inconsistent, let's just put it that way.
It's really scary if you get 2, because then you can smooth over twice.
Yeah, once in the main bit, and then once to fish out your next turn perfectly as well.
And then you really just end me, or I'm getting my perfect card again.
Yep. And guess what? N goes away in the next format, so we don't have as much disruption as we did.
Malamar me.
Yeah.
Do we still have red? No, I don't think.
Nope, red card goes away as well.
Unfortunately, there is something else.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen until later on in the year, so we've got a bit for that first. It's not in Lost Thunder. Anyway, yeah, whilst this
When
giant
do we
thing...
get DNA back?
No, we have Judge. That was in...
Oh god, red stamp. Yep.
Yeah, reset stamp is the thing, but this does not come in until Unified Minds at the very end of the format. So, the end of the season, I should say. Unified Minds
I love using Agonadel and reset stamp.
Yeah. But anyway, all of that is for another time, so... Yeah, a little bit of a shame on the debt stuff. Again, sorry for not putting the prizes out on like the first game you got a good hand, but at least the game right after that you managed to pop off a bit as well. So it worked out in the end. But next time, I think we will probably be messing around quite a lot in Lost Thunder, to be honest, because there's a lot